So this video is dedicated to transformational leaders, is what I've been saying. But to be more specific, I look at us as natural born anomalies who were born to affect change, whether that's in our, direct environment, whether that's, national, multinational, global. And we have not fit in this world. And we have been made wrong a lot. And we have tried to fit and cause less harm. And not because we are actually causing harm, but because the world does not make space for those of us who are wired to affect change, who are wired to stand out, who are wired to say things that others are unwilling to say, who are wired to give themselves over to some great thing. And so we have tried dreadfully and unsuccessfully to be something that we are not. We have, many of us have lived in different places around the world where maybe we thought that it was just our geography at the time, right? Our hometown. And then as I traveled, maybe as you've traveled, you realize that, no, I actually am this unique thing. And there's work you've been doing. There are strings at your heart for work that you know that you are born to do. There's not any doubt in your mind around the work that you are to do that pulls at your all your spiritual buttons are pushed in a specific category and pulled around your heart in a specific, very precise thing. And what you struggle with, though, is the power that is necessary, the absolute power, the personal power, the steadfastness, the responsibility, the high standards, the language, the choice, the decision-making required on your part to really be, I'm so proud, the appointed steward for your work, to make God proud, to make yourself proud, and to really reduce your human self enough and put your God self on speaker more often enough, loud enough, consistently enough, faithfully enough, that the work that you are born to do, your God work, actually starts to reach people, the people who you are uniquely meant to serve. And so my experience has been what has helped me to make the changes over the years to really erect myself at a core and permanent level, to really stand fast in what I believe in and still fail, still make mistakes, still just withdraw, because the gravity of the responsibility, the gravity of the power really requires a body and a mind that can contain its vastness. You know what I'm talking about. And so many things have contributed in different ways, but the one thing that really tilted the boat, and this could be part of your great pivot right now in your career. What really did it for me was immersing myself in environments that I constructed myself. Makes me think of that quote that if you feel like you don't belong in this world, it's because you are made to create. I'm so proud. And so what a blessing, what a blessing, what a blessing to be endowed with such uniqueness and to be so outrageous as your original self, and to be so intense, and to be so too much, and to be so ideal, and to be so loved, that you were given such a colossal life path for you to work through and to stand up again and again and again. What an honor. What an honor for it to be hard. What an honor to fight. What an honor to get beat up and then try again. What an honor to become refined. What an honor to say yes to your God work. What an honor to be alive right now. What an honor. And so what I know, and I know many things, and I don't know a lot of things, but what I do know is that immersing yourself in bespoke, refined places that are made just for your type, just for your wiring, the wiring that I have described in this video thus far, and there's so much more to describe. To immerse yourself in this environment with the intent to shift yourself at a core and permanent level so you can stand strong, tall, and erect, bulletproof, and doing the God work that you have been called to do for years. And you've probably been doing it in different ways, right? Small ways, partial ways, trying ways, kind of ways, little bit ways, ways that were more so healing for you. And now you feel the aggressive force for you to really go bigger than yourself, for you to really show up for the people who you are meant to serve, for you to really, as I said before, have it be less of you and more of God. Amen. Amen. And so, this video is already over 7 minutes. And I'm thinking to myself, gosh, there's so much more to say. And so I will create more videos because I want to keep this under 10 minutes. What I will say now is first of all, immersion started with me. I immersed myself in Europe because it was a dream and I was called there for years and finally made that a reality. And it was in this immersion that I constructed by myself on purpose, very intentional. It was like, started off with 7 weeks of my life and then grew into 6 months and then a year and then 2 years and 3 years and 4 years, and then creating experiences for other women, starting with 1 month in 2016 where I made lots of really good, big, bad mistakes. And I say good, bad mistakes because they were mistakes that left me with so much wisdom to be better. And so doing that and then having other curated events around Amsterdam and London and Paris and the Netherlands and the United States I've learned so much about, first of all, the fact that what I did not know before was how refined the environment is required for change agents like us, how precise the precision that is required in the creation of the space, in the language, in acknowledgement, all the ways that communication happens. And so for a while, I was serving women entrepreneurs, okay? And there would be so many times when I'd, look to deposit this God gold. I just came out of my mouth, God gold. And because I was talking to the wrong people, just sometimes really weird stuff would happen. And then when I would talk to other gods, like master to master, there'd be like, quantum transformation. There'd be massive results. There'd be like, mind-blowing shit that would happen in a really good way. And so what I've done now is I have finally curated, after years of mistakes. Amen. What an honor. After years of trying again, withdrawing, being like, do I want to? Is this for me? Like years of that back and forth. I now know what it takes to have bespoke, truly bespoke opulent, correct, precise environments for those of us who are uniquely chosen. And this is not an ego thing. There's been a lot of struggle for myself and others who struggle with our human self and our God mind. You know you got it. And it's time for you to be in environments that speak to the God that you are, that speak to the God work that you've already been trying to put out into the world in very elementary baby ways. And now it is time for you to really, really bring it forth. And what's going to help you really stand in the power of that is my immersions. What I have created is what I wish would have been for me. And alternatively, what I'm glad was not available for me. Because I have created, I know what it looks like. I know what it feels like. I know what's required. For those of us who have never, ever, ever, ever fit, yet we've been advanced in our consciousness. We've been ideal in our beliefs about what's possible, what we can do. We have had visions since we were children or teenagers about what the world is meant to look like. We can see everywhere where things are flawed and can be corrected, and where you or people that you know, peers and otherwise, are uniquely endowed with the intelligence and the skill and the sight and the vision to steward the work. So I'm going to close with that and say, and wrap this up by saying, to be informed, first of all, there's going to be a discussion, and I'm aware that this is going to be, you may see this somewhere where you might miss this deadline, but on Monday, which is next Monday, the 21st, I think, of October, I'm going to have a discussing, actually, I can't put the time it would take me to look up the notes would take too much time, but going into why playing small and taking baby steps is making you sick and will really harm you and literally kill you as we come into 2020. And really just what you need to know. And I think part of it will be preaching to the choir. So if you are watching this before the 21st and you'd like to be a part of this discussion where I'll also be talking about these immersions, then you can DM me wherever you're seeing this. If there's no place for you to DM me where you're seeing this, you can send an email to Naima@naimasingletary.com. Naima@naimasingletary.com. So I know sometimes we like videos to be shorter. I tried. We're at 13 minutes. I'm out. Be in contact with me only and only if this is you.